Real xenophobia is leaving your home country to come to South Africa to sell drugs. Real xenophobia is leaving your home country and the kids there to come to South Africa and traffic South African children. Real xenophobia is coming to South Africa, kidnapping women and making them prostitutes. That is a hate for our country. That is a hate for South Africans. So you'll throw this xenophobic word around too easily for me, and that's why it holds no weight. Because we have Zimbabwean teachers, we have Nigerian doctors, and no one has ever said, I don't want to be taught by a Zimbabwean. I don't want this Nigerian doctor to treat me. That's real xenophobia. This discourse you're seeing online about South Africans setting a boundary, which is what they were doing, by saying if Miss South Africa is going to be black, she has to be a native black South African. We shared this country with 3 other races, colored, Indian, and white people. And we didn't care what color Miss South Africa was going to be. But one thing about it, if she was going to be black, she was going to have to be a native black South African woman. So that when South African black girls see her, they can relate and say, Mama, look, I have the same name as her. Mama, look, we share the same surname. Mama, look, she's Sotho, she's Xhosa, she's Zulu, just like me. That's what mattered. Representation for our native black South African people. So we don't care if Leroux took the crown. Good for her. At the end of the day, what we were fighting for was, if she's going to be black, she cannot be anything other than a native black South African woman. Sorry. You can do anything in South Africa. You can enter national netball teams. You can enter rugby. You can enter soccer. No one has ever stopped anyone because they're not native South African for those type of things. But if a country sets a boundary about who they want to represent their black native people, you better obey. You better bow down. And do you know what cracks me up about this whole situation? The fact that we were merely fighting for representation for our black native South African people and preservation of our ethnicities and heritages as the black South African people. But you ended up exposing yourselves. You then showed us why we have a problem with you guys in the first place. Because you committed theft. You committed fraud. You committed identity theft to make your child's life better while ruining another South African child's life. And you want us to be all jolly and happy and excited and Africa must unite. And that's why so many South Africans have a problem with foreign nationals, because they do a lot of these things and they don't care whose life they're destroying. They don't care whose future they're destroying. As long as they are good and it's benefiting them and they're making money, it doesn't matter how much blood is shed. It doesn't matter how many families in South Africa are crying for their people and how much pain they are in. It doesn't matter. They don't care about South Africans. So I don't understand why you'll expect South Africans to be so welcoming and jolly and happy when such bad things are happening to them on a daily, and when they cry out for help, you'll pull up the xenophobic card.